There you go. All right. Good morning, everybody. It is March. So this is our Talk About It Tuesday for March. And the subject today is Small Business Awards and Small Business Week. As you guys are probably aware, Small Business Week is scheduled for May 4th through 10th, as proclaimed by the Small Business Administration. When we send out the link for Talk About It Tuesday, will include the link to the National Small Business Week website. I was on there earlier today. They've already got some promotional materials, some information already out for Small Business Week. I did notice this. I was not aware of this. I'll have to call Cheryl. As you know, SBA does a large number of awards, national awards around Small Business Week, and their Phoenix Awards for Disaster Recovery actually has a winner from Alabama. It's out for outstanding contribution as a volunteer, and it is Senior Pastor John Grayson from Gospel Tabernacle Church in Selma. So excited to have an Alabama winner there. I'll reach out to Cheryl over there in Selma to make sure that we're recognizing him. So with that, I will just really quickly give you guys an update, and then turn it over for group discussion around what you guys are planning for Small Business Week, or if you're planning anything. But on the Alabama Small Business Awards side of the house, those will launch on May the 5th to help kick off and launch Small Business Week. So those awards will go live. We will do them very, very similar to what we did in 2024. Same process. You will put those in through Growth Zone, through the website. As you know, we made the change last year, which I think just in the sheer volume of award nominations that you all enjoyed and liked that process easier. So you will be able to put those awards directly in through our website in the 4 categories. A couple of things of note: they must be a member of your chamber. Your chamber must be a member of CCAA. There are 4 categories: emerging, which is businesses that have been in existence less than 5 years, then 1 to 10 employees, 11 to 50, and then 51 to 100. Those are the 4 categories. I would ask you, please be sure to verify those employment numbers. We have had a couple of instances in the past where a business was nominated in the wrong category, particularly when you get to that, do they have 9 or 11? So those kind of thresholds do matter. The way that we count, part-time is 2 part-time equals 1 full-time. So same basic criteria as a lot. So 2 part-time is one FTE. Anyone who has been a nominee or a finalist is eligible to be renominated. Our award winners, gold, silver, or bronze, are not eligible to be renominated. I think those are the questions we get every year. And we'll make sure that all of that is in the nomination information that is sent out. So we do often get the question in regards to employment numbers. Is it Alabama-based employees? Is it global? Is it, we have always gone with the location. So it is Alabama-based. I'll give you a perfect example. Chick-fil-A. We've had multiple nominations from Chick-fil-A. Obviously, they're a franchise company. We obviously do not count all Chick-fil-A employees. It is that particular business. So say Chick-fil-A Cobbs Ford Road in Prattville, or I think Chick-fil-A Sylacauga. I think you guys nominated in the past. Okay. We've had Bonnie Plant Farm out of Opelika. Their headquarters was nominated. So think in terms of that. Always err on the side of asking the question. We will try to clarify if there's any ambiguity there. So I think those are kind of the key questions that we get around small business awards. So again, they will launch in honor of Small Business Week on May the 5th. We had a great number of nominees. Some of you have always put your businesses forward. Some of you have not. We encourage everyone to please do that. The deadline this year will be August the 15th. That gives us plenty of time to get those packaged up, sent over to the judges, judged, all of that. So August the 15th is the deadline. The awards will be given on November the 18th in Birmingham at the club. So that will be the day of our annual meeting and the Alabama Small Business Awards, November the 18th. Obviously, all of this will come out in email, but you guys are getting, since you're on with us this morning, you're getting a little sneak peek at it. So I think those are the questions around Small Business Awards. We often get, particularly for those who maybe are doing it the first time, we don't care how you decide who your nominees are going to be. You can go through a full process. Many of our chambers have mirrored their small business awards around ours. I think Laura, I know you guys have. Some the timing doesn't quite line up, like maybe you don't have your small business. Nominate your winners from last year. We again, we don't care. As long as there's fairness and honesty in the way that they're chosen. Don't just pick your friends. Don't just pick your, all of that. So, again, we don't really care how those, maybe your criteria do not completely line up with ours, but look at who your winners are. If they fit one of our categories, then you can nominate them in our category. Again, we don't monitor how you choose as much. So, okay, that's everything on Small Business Awards for 2025. I think, unless you guys have questions. So I'm just going to open it up. And you guys talk to us, and I'll start calling you out if nobody speaks up. But just tell us what you've done in the past or how you plan to celebrate Small Business Week. Well, speaking of Cheryl, there's Cheryl. Let me let her in. All right. So what are you guys doing for Small Business Week this year? What did you guys do last year for Small Business Week? Monica, I see you trying to unmute. I can see it. You're going there, aren't you? Come on. I see you. You're like, yes.
I'm just listening, taking it all in.
All right. I can give you guys some ideas, but I'd love to hear from y'all. Yes, Miss Linda.
Well, we've tried everything during that short time frame. One year we took it during the whole month. We did the whole month recognizing small business, and we try to do like small business workshops targeting the small businesses. Our awards this year is May 8th, so that falls right in line with it. So we'll be doing our awards May 8th, and we got those nominations out there right now. But truthfully, we have just found it difficult for small businesses to be engaged. So then we've also tried to do the old small business scavenger hunt, but we couldn't get enough reaction. And we did, like, if you shop at small businesses and bring in all your receipts, you can get a prize. But there again, we just couldn't get the engagement. So we're just not finding that right. We're just not hitting it on what we can do to keep them engaged. So that's kind of why we're on here trying to figure out what we can do for small businesses specifically during that week and during the whole month of May. To keep them engaged, because as we know, they're very difficult to come out and stuff. So truthfully, we've done about a lot of things. We're just trying to figure out what we should focus on.
Good. All right. All right. Anybody else? So maybe this will spur some thought and some conversation. Oh, Tina, I saw you for a second. Are you gonna? I saw you. Do you want to share some ideas? You're muted. You're muted.
I said I'm shorthanded today. I'm having to answer the phone in the door.
You're good. Have you guys done anything, small business week in the past?
We have gone out and visited our small businesses, and we did a small business rally last year, and it went over well. But this year we've been celebrating being our 40th year. We Small Business Week, we went and took a birthday party to every one of our partners, and took our party to them and celebrated with them in their office so we could visit with their staff. And so each day we've just taken 10 minutes every day we've been doing 10 businesses a day, trying to reach as many as we could. And so anyway, it was a reversal for us, kind of doing a reversal birthday party, but it was fun.
That's great.
We got a lot of social media posts from those businesses, and so that was really profitable for us.
And so this is your 40th anniversary. So you're doing, or your 40th birthday. That's awesome. Tell me a little bit more. You said last year you did a small business rally. What did that entail?
We did. We had businesses. We have not a downtown area, but we have a strip that's where most of our commerce is, our retail. And so we businesses set up out in front of their business, like on the sidewalks. And so we just encourage people to go that day on the lunch hour and visit each business. So it was we did a parade, and we paraded through the street, and we don't really have a downtown, so that was a big deal for us to try to get that excitement.
That's
So,
great.
and then this year we are starting a beautification project. So that was kind of the beginning of our planning. And so we're investing about $1.5 million in a beautification project on that same strip. So it brought a lot of talk and excitement. And so now everybody's buying in. So it was good. So we try to do something different every year.
Good. And I love that. It's all about momentum. It's all about building on what you've done in the past. Laura?
Does anyone have and I'm not sure how much mileage you get out of this, but does anybody have their city do a proclamation for Small Business Week?
We did.
We do that just so that we can get some news coverage. And we have also invited our business award winners to join us that night. The mayor will do the proclamation and introduce these specific businesses that, because we do mirror our awards with the state level. So if we have a finalist or a winner, they get recognized from having received state recognition as well. So
I love that, Laura, and that is fantastic. One of Carla and I's conversations has been, how do we continue, because once Small Business Awards is over in November, there's a little bit of blip of coverage, but then how do we carry that forward? So I love that, using those finalists or nominees in your proclamation. I do encourage you. It's a really simple process, either your county commission, your city mayor, to do the proclamation. You do get media coverage, but it also brings it to City Hall and puts it in their mind as well. So I love that. Rick?
What are the windows for the state nominations? What did you say the windows were?
So we will start taking nominations May 5th. And they'll close August 15th.
So you'll take open it up during Small Business Week. So that's the connection there.
Yep.
Through August 15th. All right. That's what I needed. Thank you.
Yep. So that was on my list, was definitely a proclamation. City, at City Hall, or I mean, you can do a press conference in front of City Hall with your small business winners or some of your businesses. obviously social media, doing entrepreneur spotlights, video, as we all know, video is really great. If you have a local radio station, seeing if you can get some entrepreneur spotlights. People love hearing people's stories, not just about their business, but how they came into business. If it's a family-owned business, it's a great time to celebrate those legacy businesses. Businesses that have been in your community for 50 years, 75 years, 100 years. Great opportunity to do that. Again, reaching out, not just social media. I think we have become very dependent on social media, but if you have traditional with TV, radio, print, if you have a local magazine that comes out in May, they probably are working on that May issue now. So now would be the time to contact them. If you have any type of lifestyle magazine, see if you can get something in that May publication. Again, they're probably working on those deadlines now. Linda mentioned doing some education programs. It's a great time to maybe engage your SBDC, some of your other partners doing some kind of training for them. Last year we saw encouraging community support for your business, and I downloaded, I don't know that I can share it, but I will see. I have too many things open on my computer. Sorry. Share this. Maybe. Can you guys see my screen? Yes, you can see that. So this was a graphic that we borrowed. We are indeed out of the Frank Kinney group, from another chamber, and they just had a different day every day. And that's really to encourage your community to support your local businesses, which is really what it's about. So we'll include this when we send it out. So this was, so they had Sunday, Fun Day, Mention Monday, Takeout Tuesday, Welcome Wednesday, Thankful Thursday, Friendly Friday, and Self-Care Saturday. Because small business, as we all know, looks and feels and smells different in every community. So it's not just about retail. It's, you have gyms and salons, solopreneurs, people, your B2B businesses, your accountants, CPAs, a lot of them are also small businesses. So a way to support them, not just retail. So we'll include this, and you can make it look and feel however works best for your community.
Paige, can I share? I've got up something
Please.
Justin did last year since they're not on here.
I think you can share.
Let's see, hold on. Share screen options. Can y'all see that? Is it black or is it?
It's black.
Okay, hold on. There it goes. Now it's like my whole screen, but y'all just, can y'all see
Yep.
that? Oh, wow. Okay, so are you just seeing the Small Business Week?
Yep.
Okay, so that's Dothan's. That was what they did last year for Small Business Week. Everything each day, Small Business Week kickoff ribbon cutting, Small Business Person of the Year luncheon, surprise patrol visits where they went out and visited various chamber members, and then they had a women's night out. So I pulled this so y'all could see kind of like a whole week, and they got it sponsored too by larger businesses. So, or actually, I guess those two events were sponsored. Hold on, I've got two more that I was going to share with you guys. So hold on one second. Let me pull the other ones up.
And I think, Carla, can we include these when we send out as resources?
Yeah, let
Okay.
me see if I can share this one too. So this was something the Shoals posted. They're doing, I think this was kind of the play on what Paige sent earlier, but this was their Sunday Funday post that they did. So I think they used what Paige just shared, and this was just the post that they did for the Sunday Funday. So just kind of show you how they rebranded what Paige just showed you into their own thing. And then I've got one more. Hold on. And I'm kind of sad they're not on here because I feel like this is also a rebrand of what Paige just showed you. So a lot of people, I think, last year did use that resource. So this was Decatur's post for the Mention Monday. So again, just showing like how they rebranded it to make it their own thing of what Paige showed. And I couldn't find the pictures, but Paige, wasn't it Coleman that like painted their windows for Small Business Week? I can't remember who it was that like they had all the windows painted, and I guess maybe like got the small businesses to kind of join in or something. I feel like we shared it, but I couldn't find it.
I'll look. I know Chilton County does window painting around Peach Jam, but yeah.
Just going with that overall theme of awareness, like just generating awareness for small businesses during that week.
And I think that we always treat it, and I think Small Business Week really it's about awareness. It's just a reconnecting your community, not necessarily a huge heavy lift, but it is a time to elevate, not to ask anything of your small businesses, but to elevate them, and elevate that awareness, because May is also a really good time. It's, going into summer, people are buying graduation, Mother's Day, early wedding gifts, summer wardrobe. May is typically again, going back to that retail piece, but May is a purchasing month for a lot of things. And so encouraging that shopping locally, that's another piece of it as well. So not that it has to be this huge heavy lift that you have to do. It's really about that raising awareness and using all of those available media tools. Eufaula did, and this is kind of rebranding, repurposing, but when they do their, I forgot what it's called, mistletoe market or something, it's a Christmas thing. But they would go out and put these candy canes in front of all of the business that would indicate that they were open for their open house. But you could repurpose that and do like star balloons, something inexpensive, but maybe you as the chamber blow up 50 star balloons or branded balloons or something, and take one and tie it on the door of all of your retail, just that visually get people talking, like, what's the balloon about? Or painting the windows. If you have a local artist that can go out and paint the windows or whatever it might be, that may be a way to engage your high school art class, or an art teacher in your community if they have students that could go out and do that. So, again, just raising awareness, in celebration. So
I put it in the chat. Laura's going to talk. Never mind. She saw it.
but
Yeah, thank you, Carla, for reminding me of that. We actually did it poking fun at during sorority recruitment at colleges, how the girls were going on social media doing outfit of the day and where they got everything. So we did it, but we did it shopping local. And I was even holding a some type of tumbler that I had gotten. So I was like, earrings from Marble City Pharmacy, Kendra Scott, outfit from Mercantile on Broadway, tumbler from More Than Monograms. So we did an outfit of the day with that we or something we had on our person that we had purchased locally. And it was kind of like I said, we did it poking fun at all of the sorority recruitment girls, but we pointed out our local merchants. So it was fun, and we did that as a social media campaign.
I only know what OOTD is because of Carla, just so y'all, I mean that, I was introduced to that through, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what happens when you surround yourself, because I'm old, but I have young people that I work with, so they keep me up to date on all of the trends and so it's fun. They
Yep.
keep us young.
You know, and you can take that same concept into, you know, highlighting a local landscaper. You have a homeowner allow you to come, you know, and showcase your local landscaper. Or it doesn't just have, again, I think that sometimes it's so easy for us to get in that retail mindset, you know, a brick and mortar retail mindset. But you have, you know, folks doing great work, small businesses doing great work all over your community, whether it's your pest control people, it's your whoever it is. So I think those are sometimes a little harder to celebrate and find ways, but doing it in that fun kind of way, like you said with the OOTD.
Well,
Paige,
and we also do something year round, not just during Small Business Week, but we do a Talk About It Tuesday or talk about it Tuesday like we're doing right now. But we highlight a business, and for instance, we have a med spa that just opened last fall at our local hospital.
Hmm?
And I took one for the team and had Botox. And it was tough. I had to do it though, you know.
Commitment.
But I've also seen like Opelika went to Bonnie Plants and they did like a spring planting video. And they're not long, they're just like a minute and 30 seconds or whatever that preferred length is. But it just brings awareness to a local product or service. You know, if it's, I mean, I'm trying to think of some of the others. I've seen them done like you go to your local coffee shop and they teach you how to make your favorite drink and you're videoed making it. And it's always, they do it so much better than you do, that sort of thing.
Alex City does Try It Tuesday, same
That's
concept.
what ours
Try It
is
Tuesday.
try it, not talk about it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, yeah, and I remember when Jacob was there, he worked the Chick-fil-A drive-through. Which we all know is a science, right? That's a whole science to the Chick-fil-A drive-through. So, those are great, and they're great ways. Maybe you launch something like that during Small Business Week, and it doesn't just have to be your team. You know, if that sounds like a heavy lift, particularly if there's one or two of you in the office, get local celebrities. See if your mayor will do a Try It Tuesday, or your superintendent, or a principal, or your police chief, or you know, just somebody in your community engaging with your small business. Get your business licensing person. If you know if they've got a bad rep, see if you can get them out and get them having fun. Always a good connection.
Paige, didn't we see a chamber one time do like a direct sales showcase where they allowed their direct sales members to
Yeah.
set up in their chamber and invited the
Yes.
public to come support them for Small Business Week? Because sometimes
Yes.
we're still about small business. I feel like we saw a chamber do that.
Yeah, and I can't call that's a great point. I can't remember who that was, but those home-based businesses or direct sale, um, another kind of untapped, can you just open your lobby to them to set up for the day and do like a little showcase for them? We used to do, we called it T-shirt Friday, and then it became T-shirt Takeover. I think Laura, you guys have done that as well. Maybe your team does a T-shirt takeover every day during Small Business Week where you wear clothing from them, and make a little video about it or go out around town, highlighting that particular small business. That's also a sellable element, a sponsorable element. Again, Small Business Week is not designed to be, a lift on your members, but you have 5 days and,
I was gonna say that if you also Google, it's like lemonade stand or something like that,
Yeah.
and it's that you can set up a small business expo for young entrepreneurs, for kids, to
Yep.
teach them about starting a small business. And these kids will sell their art, they'll sell lemonade, they'll sell
Yep.
cookies, they do like their baked goods. Woodstock, which is near where I live, they do it as part of their farmers market, the big opening to their farmers market. And they have in the kids park, they let the kids set up their booths to sell their items as the kickoff for their farmers market. So it's another engaging, and I think the chamber like supports that, like pays for it or something to help encourage young entrepreneurship.
Yeah. Do any of you do junior members? Linda, what do y'all do? Do y'all have junior members? Somebody, Carla, and I don't remember who it was. You'd think we'd have better memories.
We did for a while. And we
Okay.
had some, and we'd recognize them like at our board meetings, give them a certificate because they were like had their business. But we do a young entrepreneurial expo. We don't do it with Small Business Week because it's a lot. We're doing it in August this year, but it will be targeted toward everywhere from 10 to 18-year-old youth. They will be selling earrings. We had a young gentleman who was a taxidermist, and they do set up in our boardroom. I know, taxidermist. So, but this year we're trying to grow it, and we're talking to school principals and superintendents to see if they'll let these students off during school. Our issue with that was getting our members there, getting people there to come buy things. So we're trying to do it in conjunction with something else to make sure we have that audience. And first year we did it, we had about 15 young entrepreneurs who came and showed their wares. We were going to do it with our business expo, but we were afraid that our local businesses would kind of get out of so that's more for our business members. So yeah, we called it Young Entrepreneurial Expo.
Love it.
So because that is our future. And we do the pitch programs targeting small businesses, and we provide grant money to those small businesses. So we do that. Not do it during Small Business Week, but we might be doing it some other time here in May. But we do that for small businesses too.
Good. Great. Anybody else?
Hey, I would be interested, and I know we can Google and we can look stuff up, but is there like a fun facts about small businesses? Like some people like the numbers, some people like to know, hey, there's this many in the, I mean, I guess we can Google or AI, whatever, have some facts, but maybe SBA has some fun facts about number of small businesses, the economic impact of small businesses, and we could do like a, did you know kind of thing, post or something.
You could probably source even just some numbers from Alabama. That's
Yeah.
specific to Alabama.
Linda, let us take that, and we'll see what I like the idea of doing some Alabama specific. I'll tell you the numbers, a lot of times we depend on the census numbers, and I take those with a grain of salt. But we might be able to pull some through the Small Business Commission, specific to Alabama. So, and I think not just the numbers, but, some really kind of cool historical
Fun facts. Yeah.
fun facts. Yeah. I put that down on our to-do list to see what we could
Thank you.
maybe
Thank you.
find. Yeah. Rick, you're leaning forward. Are you leaning forward to say something?
Fixing to have to drop off. I've got to go to our ribbon cutting.
Speaking of small business ribbon cuttings.
That's right.
That's right. The last thing I'll mention, and then we'll kind of close it out. If you guys have anything, and we may have talked about this. Sorry, I just pulled my dress. We may have talked about this in the past, but do any of you do an Operation Thank You? Small Business Week is a good time to do an Operation Thank You. Really quickly, I'll give you the framework of what we used to do. It was one day with our board ambassadors and staff. and we went and visited every single member. It's a heavy lift, I'll tell you that, to do it all in one day, particularly if you have 1,100 members. But once you take out those that are home-based, those are outside of your community, we did phone tree, and we would call or we would send a postcard, in just some way that each of our members were touched. You can take that same concept, and do maybe just a small business appreciation operation, Operation Thank You. And we would do different things. We always did fun, or we tried to do something fun, some kind of theme. First year we did a dozen apple cider donuts, and it was "Don't you know that we love you" or something, kind of themed. But again, just a show of appreciation, that one day when we said thank you. We did ours around Thanksgiving. I think they've changed it all since Carla and I left, but just some type of show of appreciation. So another possible way. All
If
right.
you're in a fishing community, a little pack of goldfish and say, "You're officially our favorite," is always the cutest.
We never did that one. I like that. We did sticky things one time. We had sticky notes, gum, glue. Thanks for sticking with us. So
If you search on Pinterest, there's a lot of them.
there's a lot on Pinterest. Hands down, we did hand sanitizer. Hands down, you're our favorite. I don't know. Anyway, so, all right. Does anybody have anything else for the greater good? Was this helpful? All right. If it wasn't, you can tell me offline, call me later. So really quick, since I have a few of you together, I will make an unsolicited plug for April 22nd and 23rd. Our Executive Leadership Conference will be coming up in Auburn. We have 2 days of phenomenal programming that you guys do not want to miss. That programming was sent out last week with all of our sessions. Hopefully you will plan to attend. It'll also be our Night of Champions when we award our Professional of the Year, Chamber Champion, our AACCs, AACEs, all of those. The room block for the graduate closes on Friday. So please go ahead and make your reservation by Friday if you want in the room block. So again, April 22nd, 23rd, we'll start at 10 a.m. We'll be done by 4 p.m. the next day. I hope that you guys will join us. Again, it's a great networking opportunity, great programming. So please make plans to join us. And congratulations, Linda and team, on your 5-star accreditation renewal.
You. Thank
so
you.
glad.
Yeah.
So happy to see that for you guys. So
Thank you.
we love seeing our chambers doing great things. So, all right. Anybody have anything else? Carla, if you don't mind, can you stay on for just a second? I'm going to take silence as